Hey there, guys. All right, today we are back with some more History Matters. This time, how did Portugal happen? How did they come to be? A short animated documentary by History Matters. Before we dive in, make sure you go and check out the links in the description box below. I would love it if you join the Discord and follow me over Twitch. Speedrun. Probably not gonna be a long video here. I'm probably not gonna be able to say much on the creation of Portugal. Um, my guess, all I really know is, um, Islamic conquest. Then there were like three or four like Spanish like kings. There was like Castile and like Leon, and then or did the king of Leon end up becoming also the king of Portugal? I don't remember. Let's dive in.
The history of Portugal is a long and interesting one. Its influence is widespread, and not only did it affect the rest of the European continent, but its sailors bridged the world's oceans. Few parts of the world would be the same were it not for Portugal. But where did this nation come from? Who founded Portugal? And, well, to put it bluntly, how did Portugal happen? In order to find this out, we need to travel back to the turn of the 12th century when the Iberian Peninsula looked like this. In the south, it was dominated by the Almoravid Emirate, and the majority of the people in Iberia at this time were Muslims who had, over the centuries, converted from Christianity after the Islamic conquest of the 8th century. Whereas in the north, Christianity endured as the religion of the small independent states there, and these northern states were the kingdoms of Leon, Navarre and Aragon, as well as the county of Barcelona. And these states were, to put it mildly, not exactly keen on their southern neighbours. The way they dealt with these issues was via in-depth discussions and, just kidding, crusade time. These crusades brought the devout from other European states to help, and one such man was Henry of Burgundy. In 1095 he went south, got married to the King of Castile's illegitimate daughter, and was given the county of Portugal to rule. Long story short, he died. His wife had an argument with their son and heir Alfonso, which Alfonso won. He exiled his mother to a convent and then ruled as the Count of Portugal after 1128. A short 11 years later, Alfonso decided that being a count wasn't as cool as being a king, and so renounced his fealty to Leon.
I thought he was about to say Alfonso didn't think it was cool being a count and thought it would be cooler being dead. I thought they were going to have another death transition.
There was a war because obviously which Alfonso won, and after this Portugal became an independent kingdom and Alfonso was crowned Alfonso I.
Nice.
Also, before continuing, the name Portugal derives from the settlement of Portucale, which eventually became the city of Porto. As you'll have noticed, the fledgling kingdom of Portugal is quite a bit smaller than the one we know today, and this is where outside help came in. So the Knights Templar had previously helped Alfonso in his war for independence, and they had been generously rewarded for their help. And Alfonso could count on their help in his plans to 1. Preserve his kingdom's independence, and 2. Strengthen it by expanding southwards. And by sheer luck, in 1144 the Crusader state of Edessa fell to the Seljuks, and so the Pope, doing what medieval popes did best, called for a crusade. Many answered the call, and those from these lands, rather than go the overland route, opted to sail around Iberia on their way. They stopped off in Portugal, where they met Alfonso, who asked for their help. The Crusaders weren't really interested in helping at first until Alfonso sweetened the deal. With cash, specifically any and all of the spoils from helping him take the strategically important city of Lisbon. The Crusaders and the Portuguese laid siege to Lisbon in 1147, and it wasn't too long before the city surrendered due to starvation. For many, that was enough crusading, and whilst a couple of thousand Crusaders continued on their way to the Holy Land, most, notably the English, opted to settle in Portugal. Portugal's southward expansion would continue until its borders reached this in the 13th century, and Lisbon was made the country's capital. Portugal's place in history had begun. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching.
And that was how Portugal happened. This was pretty well made. This was pretty good, I'd say. I'm trying to articulate my thoughts. It didn't have quite as much outside context as they usually, I feel like, are able to squeeze in, at least with their newer videos. But for the purposes of the question at hand, I think they did a really damn good job. I mean, they always do, but like this one, I think was better than what I expect from, like, better than the bare minimum quality I expect from History Matters. And by the way, when I say bare minimum quality from History Matters, that's still a very high quality expectation from them because they consistently make really good videos, especially their new videos. They're like modern stuff, or the videos, the new releases and things like that. They have been improving every single year. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.